All right, you guys. So now we have our president. He's already got a lot of tariffs out there. Mexico's going crazy. Russia's upset. China's upset. You have the people here in the country upset. And there are a lot of things that are going on right now. And my question is to everybody, is Trump being petty or is this all biblical? Because we got to get to the bottom of this. We got to find out what's happening. And see, brothers and sisters, this is where we have to go to the scriptures to talk about these things and understand clear factual points. It's written. Isaiah 33:14 clearly states, the sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness have surprised the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burning? Who wants that for themselves? Seriously? All right, what we're going to do now is jump into Strong's Concordance, and we are going to pull up H2611, and it clearly says, that is with sin. A hypocrite means a person who is with sin. So if you have it, repent, get on your knees and pray. Also, Strong's H2610, the word hypocrite further means corrupt, defile, pollute, profane. Sounds familiar, you guys? Sounds like him. Okay, so I guess now officially Trump has most definitely pissed this guy off. Okay? But there's nothing to be worried about for the righteous, because these things have been written for us to understand that they have to take place. And we have wicked men who are our rulers. China is no better than Trump. Matthew 24:4 says, and Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. They are tricking the masses, you guys, and I'll be glad when you guys wake up, but you guys will see it in due time, and that's what I'm here for. But you don't want to find yourself like Sindel tricked her daughter in Mortal Kombat and shit, okay? But who remember this scene?
Love? I have never loved you. With such a pathetic child as you, what reason was there to love?
So as you guys can see, these leaders don't have no care in the world for the people or who it's affecting, just so that they can get their own ego stroked and feel good in front before the camera and trick each other.
You fools. You've been tricked.
And so now in Matthew 24:6 states that, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars, and see that ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So you see, you guys, we still got some time to wait and see how these things are going to play out, but Scripture says it's going to happen. Because there is no shadow of a doubt that we're going to keep on going along, and they're going to continue to keep tricking everybody and not really understand that they are set up, designed, and are predestined to take a part in history to basically create a war. We're going into World War III. They're going to collapse the money system. It's already set up in place. It's already been discussed. Gog and Magog is going to have their battle. So if you guys aren't getting prepared now, you guys still don't believe that the scriptures are real, or you didn't know that it was there, now I'm here to present the truth to you. It's real, okay? So they're just staging. They're all serving the same purpose at the end of the day. So I hope you guys are ready, because right now Trump is not having it. He don't want China getting any more than what they have been getting over the years. They have, like, literally over the last decade have grown massively in riches, resources. Just the country has taken its own whole, full, complete takeover. But they haven't did much investing in their military power. So this is why he's about to, well, he's not about to, he already done said it. He's preparing for war, although he don't have that much invested into his military. And this is why him and Russia are allies at this point. They need each other. And now Trump then went and did some petty stuff by going and hooking up with Taiwan. And, you know, he's over there helping out with them. And then you got China and Russia trying to hurry up and sell off United States debt. Venezuela, you have them down there. They're now joint alliance with Trump. So a lot is happening, you guys. A whole lot is happening. And I know it doesn't make sense right now. But like I said, that's what I'm here for. And I'm going to jump into Mark 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So we are seeing a lot of volcanoes are erupting. We just had this huge storm over in Europe where they like knocked down trees and the trees went and fell into the dam and it's clogged up. Like it's a lot going on, you guys, just to summarize everything down. But to get back to the whole point and topic, they're ready to go to battle, but they're like really tagging everybody along. And while everybody thinking that everything is going to be hunky-dory, A-okay, everything is going to continue to go in the direction that it's been going, it's just going to get worse from this point. And if you don't believe me, take a look at this clip.
So here's the thing. The Chinese government almost never says anything you wouldn't expect. That's their thing, their gimmick. They're incredibly careful, reserved, at least with their tongues. So when the Chinese president orders his military to prepare for war, serious indeed.
He urged the military to concentrate on advancing readiness for war.
The Chinese are preparing for war out loud. How, oh how, did we get to this? Well, Trump, for one. Aside from lambasting the Chinese at every opportunity, his tariffs, his sanctions, his trade war, he's also being very heavy-handed. Congress has just approved a second arms deal with Taiwan in 18 months.
The sales of weapons by the United States to Taiwan damages China's sovereignty and security interests.
Beijing sees China and Taiwan as two parts of a whole, two Chinese entities, same culture, ethnicity, same languages, with two separate governments, communist, capitalist. The end goal is to reunite into one state. There are differences, of course, currently preventing that, and about 100 kilometers of sea that separate the two. And Trump, always a fan of sticking it to the Chinese, he's been floating his warships right between the two Chinas.
So you see, guys, this is what I was talking about now. Trump, you mad petty for that, bro. Seriously, you gonna set up arms deals with Taiwan and then set your ships right outside of their territory so they can see you? You know, this also just reminds me of the scriptures when it talks about Gog and Magog. My apologies. Gog and Magog. And I'm going to just let y'all hear the scriptures, what it's talking about. And you guys tell me if this doesn't sound familiar or not. All right, you guys. And we are in Revelations 20:7. And it states, "And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison." So you guys can see Satan is operating in all of these world leaders. And a lot of you people in the world that are corrupt and y'all think that y'all aren't going to pay for the things that y'all are doing to one another. However y'all doing it, tricks, cons, schemes, prostitution, lying, backstabbing, setting people up, murderers, adulterers, molesters. You know, it's like crime at its highest we've seen. It's getting worse and worse and worse. And the tension between all these different nations and stuff, and they're setting up shop over here in Israel. Oh, they're setting shop now up over in Africa. So like Africa is even like a hot spot. And to be honest, this is just my own research, and I'm gonna actually pull the map up and let y'all see what I'm talking about. I had ran across some really good information, but where everybody think Gog and Magog in the battle that's in between the river Euphrates, where it's supposed to happen, Armageddon, is not where you guys think. So I'm going to actually cover about that on another video. And I just want you guys to know it's literally, seriously not where you think it is. So we while they're getting ready to go and fight, we need to be getting ready for y'all to come and get us, okay? Because the rapture is definitely real. It's going to take place. And I say it's definitely real, not because it happened and I remember or something on the lines of that. No, it's just we have to have faith. And this is what he talks about. We have to believe. A true believer cannot say something and not believe it. And you can't just declare it and and have levels of doubt. Like, that's what Satan does. Satan is working extremely hard because now he's loose out of his prison and he has a short time. So we got to get ourselves mentally and spiritually prepared for what's to come. Because like I said, you guys, there's a lot of distraction happening around the world as we speak right now, even as I am recording this video. So just put on the full armor of Yah. Seriously. We have to get ready, just like they're getting ready. And also Revelations 20:8 also states, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. See, it's so many people that they're going to have that's going to be a part of this war. Your loved ones is going to be a part of this war. I honestly suggest, if you know that you're in the military, or you know people that's in the military and they're about to get out and they don't have to serve anymore, get out now while you can, because what you're doing is setting up for war to battle with the Most High. That's what this is all about. I keep telling you guys, this is the grand trick. Do not end up on the wrong side of history, okay?
And hello again, everybody. I'm Rick Sanchez, and this is RT America. There is a saying in Miami. It goes like this. Let me share it with you. You know how you can tell there's an election around the corner? Because there's a politician who just came to town, and we can actually hear him screaming, "Viva Cuba Libre," and "Down with Fidel Castro." Many times a politician doesn't even know that Fidel Castro is already dead. Not that it would really matter, of course. But I digress. I say this because last night it happened again. On the eve of an election, with the clear intent of firing up the Hispanic conservative base, U.S. National Security Advisor John Bolton arrived in Miami and threatened more sanctions against Nicaragua and Venezuela and Cuba. Notwithstanding what you or I think of those particular countries with all their maladies, what Bolton did and what the U.S. is doing right now, more and more these days, actually has a name. You're not going to believe this. We just found this out. It's called the CNN effect. It's called the CNN effect. Seriously. It's so named by the Brookings Institute. It's a respected think tank that studies the use of sanctions, threatened sanctions, and the effect of threatened sanctions. By the way, here's how it defines it, okay? It defines the CNN effect, right, as a way of increasing the visibility of problems in some other country by stimulating the desire on the part of Americans to respond. In other words, they use CNN, right? They use CNN to play you, It's right there. I mean, CNN effect. Policy brief number 34. Can you imagine? This brief also goes on to state that most often these sanctions, quote, turn out to be little more than expressions of U.S. preferences that hurt American economic interests without, right? Hurt American economic interests without changing the target behaviors, changing the behavior of the target country for the better. Stop quote. I find this fascinating. I don't know about you, especially given what's going on right now. The era of sanctions. Our top focus tonight.
You fools. You've been tricked.
See, I told you guys, it's all a game. It's smoke and mirrors. It's what they want, and this is what they're aiming for.
Here's John Bolton last night. He's in Miami. He's firing up the Hispanic conservative base to go out and vote Republican, by golly.
The troika of tyranny in this hemisphere, Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua, has finally met its match. oppressive regimes and ideologies, forces of oppression, totalitarianism, and domination. They worship a false god. We know their day of reckoning awaits. The Nicaraguan regime, like Venezuela and Cuba, will feel the full weight of America's robust sanctions regime. We will no longer appease dictators and despots near our shores.
See, I told y'all they hypocrites. Like, how y'all got them blocked up at the border, send your guy down there to fire up the people or whatever it is that you're doing, and then you got the audacity to say that somebody is worshiping a false god? Let's get into these scriptures, shall we? All right. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked things to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. But the liberal deviseth liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. And see, this is literally all this bad stuff y'all just did to these people. And now they came up here for a legitimate reason. And you are upset because your devices isn't working on these people. You pulled your money. Now you stopping them from coming to the country and they're seeking refuge. These are innocent people. These aren't. Now you got their family asking to vote for you. Get out of here.
The election is Tuesday, in case somebody was counting. So Bolton is threatening more sanctions on Nicaragua, Venezuela, and Cuba. But the threat does not end there. Just listen to how many countries the Trump administration has now threatened with sanctions, even some allies in many cases. Here it is.
Iran, for many decades, has been the world's central banker of international terrorism.
Russia has been aggressive.
China! They're draining us. They're taking our money. They're rebuilding themselves.
The European Union, of course, was set up to take advantage of the United States.
Okay, I at least can give that much to Trump. Trump isn't lying about that, but he's out cold with
To attack our piggy bank, right? And you know what? We can't let that happen.
Canada, what they've done to our dairy farm workers is a disgrace.
And now this is the list of countries. We just did the research on this in case you wanted us to do it for you. We've got the information. These are countries in the world that the United States now have sanction or embargoes on. You ready? Belarus, Cuba, Eritrea, Iran, North Korea, Syria, Venezuela, Russia, Burma, Cote d'Ivoire. I think I pronounced that right. If I didn't, please let me know. Congo, Eritrea, Iraq, Iran, Lebanon, Liberia, Libya, North Korea, not finished, China, Somalia, and Sudan. And wait, there's one more. This morning, the United States threatened sanctions against the entire International Court. For more on this now, we go to Charles Ortel.
So you see, guys, this is really all about money. And the scriptures talk about this in 1 Timothy 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which will some convert after they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. And see, this is why he's bitter about this. He's been feeling bitter about this and how they've been giving money over to other countries and stuff, because Trump has always been a greedy, dirty, nasty, defiled businessman. And now he's that way as a president. So this is why you won't win on either side. And see, the scriptures continue on, and it says, 1 Timothy 6:11 says that, but thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith. Okay, you guys? So we got to hang in there. Okay, it's not over yet, but we got to stay patient, saints. Brothers and sisters, listen to me. We are in perilous times, okay? It's here. It's happening right before your... All right, 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful and unholy people. This is exactly how Trump is, and we've seen that in his kids. His kids, they all wicked. They all messed up. His wife messed up. The little kid they got messed up. They are greedy and messed up people. Y'all can't get your faith out of them. And now we're going to jump down to 2 Timothy 3:3. Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God. These are the people that's running the world. And you got people like John Bolton, whatever his name is. You got the audacity to be talking about somebody celebrating and worshiping a different deity. So are you guys too. All of you guys. Even Trump's a Jesuit, but he's for the Antichrist. You all serve Satan, dumbass. And let's continue on to 3:5 and 3:6. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women, laden with sins, led away, okay, with lust. Just nasty. And we know this is what he do. Stormy Daniels, his wife used to be a playboy, playgirl, prostitute, whatever she used to do. I mean, you could put on them suits and colonizing hats and outfits and stuff that says symbol messages and try to come off all innocent and stay quiet. Nah, you just as wicked, and all y'all politicians is cheap thugs that just go around bullying freaking people and sleeping around with people and stealing stuff from people and oppressing the people that are sick and weak and that do need freaking help. You guys really need help. You guys really need a real correction, but it's not going to happen, because if it was going to happen, you would not be where you are today. Okay. So I need you guys to send out a prayer for all those that are in need in this time, that may need some level of help or assistance. We just going to have to work better, stay smart, and stay ahead of the game, because he's, like I said, he's not playing. He's pissed off. Everybody's pissed off. The whole world is pissed off at this point. Well, that's exactly what Satan wants you to be at. Stay distracted. That's what he wants. Go listen to all those music, hip hop people and Nicki Minaj's and Cardi B beefs and stuff like that. You know, this female rival war stuff that's going on. You know, you got all these people going crazy on social media and these means. Stay distracted the way that you are and see where that gets you, because when this sky cracks open or the you become food for the bottom of the locust pit, yes, bugs. Okay, these volcanoes ain't cracking open for nothing, okay? I believe that is setting up for the lake of fire. Just my assumption, just my own assumption, okay? And that's just what scriptures talk about. Pits of smoke and stuff is going to be bursting out, and we know volcanoes does that. So at some point, something is opening up, and it's like the people are just really starting to show who they really are. Although we knew this already, but he's very bold with how he carry himself. So all I'm saying is, you guys, watch your backs, look after one another, stay the fuck out the way. That's just basically where we need to be right now, brothers and sisters. We have to be in this position to just be ready so we don't have to get ready, okay? Because we know what's getting ready to come. We know what's set up to just happen at any time. So let's just leave it at that. Until next time, you guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the little bell, and make sure it has parentheses around it for further updates on new videos. Talk to you guys later.